Hey friends, it has been a while since I have vlogged anything. I think my last video, yeah, actually, I'm not sure. I know I put one up in January when our son was born. So I have 2 children now. I have a 3-year-old boy and Benjamin, and a 7.5-month-old boy, William. And I believe I put up his birth story, and then I think for those of you who have followed me a while and have wondered kind of what has happened, I went back through and basically privatized or took down all of my videos that had our kids in them, just trying to find kind of the sweet spot between, you know, privacy and protecting them and being able to share parts of our life with you, the viewers. So that is what has been going on, and I'm already going off my little list. I made a list so that I would not just, you know, rail off on nothing in particular. So, hello, I'm attempting to vlog to answer some questions I've had. A few people ask me if I will be vlogging or sharing videos in the future, and I would like to vlog. I would like to share things. Well, okay, let me start with, what have I been up to? Where have I been aside from the land of YouTube? Let me begin by saying YouTube went through some changes that basically made vlogging or putting videos up a little bit more of how shall I say this? They've made it more difficult to put videos up, especially if you don't have a channel that just takes off right away. And in addition to our changes, the additions to our family and things, it really caused us to kind of step back and weigh the pros and cons of even utilizing something like YouTube, you know, and social media in general, but YouTube specifically for this video. And so we've kind of had to step back and figure out what is that going to look like. And here I go again. What have I been up to? Okay, we had a baby in January, and so now we have a 7.5-month-old and a 3.5-year-old, and so my days are busy. My days are still very full of diapers and feeding and playing and laundry, lots of cleaning, and attempting to find a balance between maintaining the home and spending time with kids and teaching them, playing with them, keeping up with things, dishes, you know, everybody has that, but it's been a challenge to fit in hobbies such as vlogging, which I'm sure it is for any mother, you know, who has an infant, or any kids. But yes, I have been organizing. I have been enjoying the summertime with my family. My husband is a teacher. He gets summers off, and we try to make the most of that time for making memories, for relaxing. We both love teaching. We both love influencing students and sharing with them knowledge. And my husband especially, he's a history buff. He loves making history relevant and explaining why it is important. But that can make the school year a bit hectic. It can make it a bit, well, very busy. Hard to find time for family and for each other. Late afternoons, late evenings, you know, and then the kids going through routines and not just wanting to, you know, take a nap or crash at the end of an evening. So it's taken a lot more intentionality, I guess is that word, intentional, being intentional to make things work and make them enjoyable and find out what works for everyone, so we're not overly stressed. And just seems like people are really, really busy in this day and age, and trying to find our calm and our semblance of serenity and whatever, you know, that looks like. So we went on some trips this summer. Maybe I can pop some clips in without oversharing, I guess. I'm trying to figure out how much to share. We went to Niagara Falls. We had a family reunion out in New York, and it was the first time that I had been to New York and the first time I had been to Niagara Falls. We did both the Canadian side, which I loved. Guys, if you have not been to see Niagara Falls from the Canadian side, I highly recommend it. It is enchanting. It is beautiful. It is powerful. It is just charming. It is a lot of fun. There's a lot of things and a lot of fun. So that was a good trip. We also went to a lot of day trips, a lot of going to the fair, going to local festivals. I have not been working so much since having our second child, and I've gone back a few times, and I'm kind of on call if they need a sub, but I'm not, you know, on a schedule really with them, and that's worked out really well. However, it has led me to kind of struggle a bit to find my balance, I guess, balance being key at this time in our lives, between having an outlet for creativity, for just being social and sharing my thoughts, and in the fall we will have some other programs and things starting up that we're a part of. And anyway, I have had some things I've been trying to do to make some time for myself. It's nicer as our youngest gets a little bit older and there's a little bit less time feeding, a little bit less time you know, being up at night. And I remember with our firstborn, it was at 6 months that I started to feel more like myself. And with this one, I feel like he was a really easy baby to begin with, and then things got a little more challenging from like 3 months to 6 months, and then it's just beginning again to kind of feel like I'm myself. Like last night, okay guys, he's been getting up 2 or 3 times a night. Last night, he slept pretty well all the way through. Like an 8 or 9 hour stretch, which is amazing. I got up twice to go check on him and make sure he was still breathing and all that jazz. Hold on, I can't actually tell if my camera is recording, or sometimes it just stops. And we're still going, we're good. Awesome, okay. Anyway, so I'm starting to feel more like myself. I did attempt to go through the Disney Moms Panel process, if you're familiar with that. If you're not familiar with that, I should say, it's a chance for Disney fanatics who have insight to share, and there's incentives. You get to be a part of a group of moms who gets to go for training for a week, and moms and grandparents and dads. It's a mix of all these roles, and you have to answer questions on the Moms Panel board about vacations, about Disney for the next coming year, but you get a free trip for your family. And you know, if you love Disney, answering questions is more fun than, you know, job. So I had attempted to go through the process again and apply. I think it was 2 years ago, and it didn't work out. I didn't make it past the first round. There are three rounds, and this time I didn't even make it through the process because one of their rules, I don't think that they probably actually had it before, but we were going to Disney a lot more back then, was that you have to have gone to Disney in the past 24 months, and I had not. But you know, I listed, and you know, we're hoping to go in the near future. Well, there's a spoiler. That's a possible future video right there. But also all the times that we have gone, and I know I've shared a few of those trips on my channel, and I believe they're still up. Basically everything is still up from before I had kids. It's just the videos, the trips that we took with the kids that I took down for now until we can decide, you know, exactly what and how we want to share things, or, you know, if it's delayed a few, you know, a bit, I don't know. We'll have to see what that looks like. But anyway, I didn't make it through. I was ineligible because we haven't been in the past 24 months. And so that was kind of a closed door, which I was bummed about because I had been counting down the days and the hours to applying. But it was fun to say I was part of the process, even if I did not get very far. And if you are a Disney fanatic and you have not heard of this, you should check it out. And it might work out for you and be a lot of fun. So, okay, I answered what I've been up to and how I'm feeling more like myself. Oh, so I've been trying to give a go at, you know, these outlets and picking up on hobbies and things that I had kind of dropped to the side, being, you know, 8 months postpartum. And I also, on a side note, my husband and I had celebrated our 7th anniversary yesterday. So that was fun. And a couple months ago now, I was in a car crash, my first like bad car crash, and that really kind of made me try to figure out what is most rewarding to me to invest my time and energy in, and those are the main things. We never have enough of it, seems like, time and energy. But anyway, so I did something on my little note here, and it's like drawing, like I was swiping up and it was starting to draw. So apparently I don't do technology very well, as you may remember from my previous videos. I'm not a big technology. Okay, let's be honest. Me and technology are like pretty well like oil and water. So my husband tries to get me, you know, the iPhone and all of this. I would rather, I like the flip phones. Can I be completely honest and not get like hate mail? I like flip phones. I like the simplicity. I wish I still had one. Okay, anyway, that was not on my list here. Okay, so vlogging. Where does vlogging fit into all of this? And it's something I've been thinking about for a couple weeks now, and toying with the idea of how and what I would vlog, because I organize ceaselessly, it seems like, but not in a manner of like, okay, I'm going to plan to organize this and share it. It's more like, oh, I see something that needs to be done and I'll pick it up and fix it and come up with a new system. You know, I don't like overhaul things, or it's just little bits here and there, so it's difficult for me to share that because it's not like planned out. However, I do have a couple spots that are in need of a good, thorough revamping. And by thorough revamping, I mean clear out all of the like piles of junk and put in it what goes in there. And if that's interesting to you, I can share that. I need to do the mudroom. I think I've shared the mudroom clean out like at least twice before, and it's a problem area in our house because our mudroom comes in from our garage. And so it's not like, it's the laundry room and it's the mudroom. So it's heavy traffic in and out, and, you know, winter gear and coats, and also like shoes and boots, and also laundry things and cleaning things, and it's just, we're honing in on it. We're getting there, but it's not by any means done yet. So if there's interest, I can share that. If not, it'll still happen. I also played around with the idea of, instead of vlogging, actually looking into like a blog and actually like having a webpage which shares kind of updates and projects and trips using words and photography, and that would allow me to be a lot more selective in what I share, what photos I share, and when I share things. So that's an idea. I haven't looked too far into that. I don't know what platforms are out there. I don't know what, you know, sites, host sites and things are available. I haven't really looked into it much at all, but that's one prospect. We have an upcoming Christmas trip that might be worth sharing in some form. So there's potential there. A holiday decor vlog. I used to share these when we lived at our townhouse, and lately, well, since having kids, I find that I don't decorate nearly as much. I don't want to have like just knickknacks and more things to dust and that, and I kind of am getting away from like stale, I don't want to say stale, decorating adds a lot, but I'm more selective in how I decorate. Does that make any sense? I like things to be useful and living if possible. That probably sounds weird. Anyway, so I have more of a minimalist style that I've developed as a mother, which is still good, and I still enjoy it. It's just kind of in a different form, and more focusing now on traditions and trying to come up with traditions, or not trying to come up with them, but seeing what things make it memorable. And a lot of times it's not, you know, the holly wreath or whatever, you know, that's, oh, it's so memorable, you know, it's the things that you do and the memories you make. So there's that. Also, I could do a favorites video. I've had a little bit of time to read. I've been dabbling in, you know, reading and doodling and coloring and what else? I'm doing a little gardening still, photography. You're just playing around. So favorites from the summer, or from, you know, just lately, what I've been enjoying, or trying new things. This was the summer I tried to like dedicate it to doing new things, to like going the route that we don't normally go and experiencing new things that we wouldn't normally pick. So I found a happy medium between, you know, favorites and trying new things. Okay, so my camera cut out, but I will try and just fill in the last little bit here. Just a couple more things. Favorites video. There's a possibility to do a favorites video, things that I've enjoyed over the summer, with social media, personalities I've been following, favorite foods, books, that type of thing. And I think that's basically it. I did make an attempt to create an Instagram account for myself, which was successful in that I have an account, but not in the way that you're thinking, because I don't actually know what my like name is on it, and I'm not sure how to find that. Basically, I have all these Instagram accounts and things that I check every morning, and it kind of inspires me to get into my day. And I thought, hey, I could make this a lot more efficient and convenient if I just followed them, and then they'd all show up on my wall, and I could get them all in one place. And it was a good idea. It worked really well, except that I don't know how to use anything on it. I think I've posted about 6 pictures, and that's because there was a photo contest for a jewelry company that... Anyway, that's neither here nor there, but if I can figure it out, and I'm actually utilizing it, I will share my name. So there's that. If I don't do anything with it in the next few days or weeks, then don't worry about it. You're not missing out on anything. So anyway, that is what I've been up to. That is an update. Yay, I shot a vlog. It happened that the boys are both napping. At least they sound like they're napping. So it worked out. I don't know how it will work out or not in the future, what this will look like. If this will become, you know, something that happens more often or not. But we shall see, and I can say that I made a good attempt. And yes, that is basically everything I wanted to say and cover, and I hope that that answers some questions. I'm still alive. I can kind of remember how to use my camera and edit, and I'm a bit rusty, but it's kind of coming back, so we'll see what happens with that. And yeah, I did have to do like a few takes this morning because I was like, this just feels so unnatural to just be sitting here talking to the camera, but here we are. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed, and I hope this was worthwhile, and I hope you are doing well. And remember, check out the Disney Moms panel if you are a parent or were a parent. I suppose if you were a parent, but you're always a parent, you're never not a parent anymore. But anyway, check that out, and thanks for watching, and I will see you later.